CTV News at 5 with Tony Rima and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ian Campbell. We begin tonight in Kapuskasing, where the OPP are investigating a sudden death. Paramedics were called to a home on Bowman Avenue where a person was in medical distress. The individual was taken to hospital where they were pronounced dead. The OPP crime unit, the coroner's office, and forensic pathology service have been called in to assess the scene. Time for our first check on weather. For more details, we go to CTV's Rick Wyman. Rick, sounds like a little weather is heading our direction.
I'm under the gun. A lot of people saying, what's the forecast going to be this weekend? Let's check out our systems map courtesy of CAA. Get your membership today at caa.ca. Here it is, precipitation hovering over the northeast low pressure system. Depending on where you live, you might get some rain. Risk of a thunderstorm overnight in some areas as well. We'll check out the 5-day forecast and take a look at some of the steamy temperatures that everyone, I'm sure, will enjoy come Sunday. But let's get through Friday and Saturday first. Back to you.
You said enjoy. I'm holding it to you. Thanks, Rick. Well, one person was seriously injured after a crash in Magnetawan last night. Police were called to Highway 510 near Arrow Drive, where a passenger vehicle and pedestrian were involved between 8 and 8:20 last evening. The vehicle left the scene before police arrived. They're looking to identify the driver of the vehicle, which is believed to be a black SUV, last seen traveling southbound on Highway 510. Anyone with information is asked to call police or Crime Stoppers. Residents packed the Royal Canadian Legion in Britt last night, seeking answers on why the four-laning of Highway 69 is taking so long. The Ministry of Transportation unveiled new proposals for a 20-kilometer stretch through Henvey Inlet First Nation. But as CTV's Amanda Hicks reports, there is still no end in sight.
Local patience has run out for the Highway 69 project, decaying in the planning phase for nearly 2 decades.
It's a lot of hearsay, and we promise you this and promise you that, but they don't come through.
We've been up here 20 years and it was on the table 20 years ago and it's still not done.
We have plans, yes, from 2008, and nothing's been done. It's ridiculous.
The delay stands in contrast to promises made by Premier Doug Ford during a visit to Sudbury.
Highway 69, I've been all over him like an 800-pound gorilla on this one.
But over a year later, not a single kilometer of the remaining 68-kilometer two-lane gap has been widened. For many, the lack of progress is measured in lives lost. Lisa Aho started a petition after her son's friend's parents were killed in a head-on collision in April, which has garnered 10,000 signatures.
When that tragic accident happened, it shifted my focus in a fundamental way because my son's friend, who's at my house all the time, no longer has parents. It's affected my own son, and I'm hoping that with the public saying that they want it done, that there can be progress.
The MTO and engineering firm Parsons unveiled 3 proposals for the Beckinon Road interchange near the S&N gas station. The new plans would eventually raise the speed limit to 110 kilometers per hour.
Our big concern is the 40 minutes to an hour that this could add to our response onto the highway. And every year we're seeing more and more collisions.
I sell my woodworking and stuff that I make. I sell at S&N, Gas and Convenience. So that intersection that's there, we see everything that happens, and having no turning lane and people swerving.
However, there is still no word on a timeline.
They are redoing the environmental assessment, which means that they have to let people know. But the work has been done. We need the political will to put shovel to the ground and get this done.
Timeline is tough to put a finger on. It's not just the government controlling timeline here, because we are having conversations with multiple parties and we want to make sure there's a level of satisfaction moving forward.
Both the ministry and Parsons refused on-camera interviews, directing CTV News to their Toronto offices. Public feedback will be collected until June 18th, but with an additional environmental review and a detailed design phase, the step finally needed to hire a contractor. We're still a long ways away before shovels go into the ground. Amanda Hicks, CTV News, Highway 69 near Britt.
And CTV News reached out to the Ministry of Transportation Thursday morning in advance of the town hall. We received a response just a short time ago telling us the town hall was to share updates and receive feedback. It stopped short of commenting on any timeline. Well, there was little growth on the Timmins 9 fire today, a positive for Matagami First Nation and Go Gamma. But as CTV's Madison Marier tells us, the fire is still active and still posing a threat.
Last night, Go Gamma Fire Department, OPP, and the MNR hosted a town hall to inform residents of plans in place for a possible evacuation as the fire is less than 7 kilometers away from the community.
There would be buses in place even before the evacuation orders. We've already made arrangements with our partners at Côte Gold to have a few buses available for those who need transportation.
The Timmins 9 fire has grown to over 3,300 hectares as of this afternoon, but the Go Gamma fire chief says that the weather has been helpful.
Didn't grow that much yesterday, which was good. They did have a lot of relative humidity. The clouds came in for us yesterday, and the water bombers hit it hard, and they prevented it from crossing the highway north of the Matagami First Nations. So they had a good day on the fire yesterday.
It's a day-by-day basis that we're going by. We recognize that a lot of what we will be doing is dependent, solely on what's happening with the fire. And the little bit of good news that we had today about it not crossing and that it's raining a bit.
The communities are also crediting MNR fire rangers for their efforts.
It's a little bit smoky, but they hit the fire pretty hard yesterday, so it's not, you don't see no flames or anything.
There was a lot of anxiety, which there is in any of these situations, but Ministry of Natural Resources was really good at explaining their role and providing the information that people needed.
I think sometimes you don't recognize it until you're put in a position where your home and the place you love and the people that are part of your community are at risk. So we just want to extend that gratitude out to the MNR and all of the people, including our fire department.
Fowler says that he is not leaving and is dedicating himself to protecting the community and providing updates on social media, while the fire is less than 6 kilometers away from Matagami. Madison Marier, CTV News, Sudbury.
While Go Gamma has not evacuated, more than 160 residents from Matagami First Nation are on their way to Barrie as part of a mandatory evacuation of the community. CTV News has learned some evacuees of the Timmins 9 fire were transported to Barrie by bus, while others left the area in their own vehicles. A volunteer evacuation began Tuesday, but the sudden growth of the fire prompted the mandatory order Wednesday. Meanwhile, forecasted temperatures and dry conditions now has the city of Greater Sudbury the latest to institute a fire ban. The ban will start Saturday at 12:01 a.m. and will remain in place until conditions are safe to do so. This means all open air fires, including campfires, crop residue fires, and even fireworks are not permitted. Burning permits issued by the city are canceled for the duration of the ban. Time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. For now, let's go to a live shot of the roundabout on Frood Road. This shot coming from our tower camera here at CTV. Traffic looking not too bad. I've seen it worse, but we have a lot of Sudburyans probably already out at camp to start the weekend. Rick will have full details on what kind of weather they can expect. Stay with us. You're watching CTV Northern Ontario.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Well, as Mike Reno used to say, everybody's working for the weekend, and here goes your weather forecast just in time. Let's check out our forecast radar. We've got some precipitation moving in, that low pressure system as we've been talking about for the last couple of days. And here it moves into the area like Temiskaming Shores, Greater Sudbury, North Bay, Chapleau, and Timmins as well. Perhaps the occasional thunderstorm overnight and chance of a thunderstorm for tomorrow, maybe a 30-40% chance of rain. Let's check out and see what we've got in store just for you. 5-day forecast, chance of showers tomorrow, 22. Now your chance at 40%, risk of a thunderstorm. Sunny skies Sunday and Monday, 26, 28. Cloud cover Tuesday, 28 and 28 again Wednesday. Chance of showers at 60%. How about Sault Ste. Marie Algoma? Chance of showers at only 30%, so it might rain. 20 your expected high. 25 Sunday, sunshine there. Monday, sunshine at 26. Tuesday, chance of showers, 60% at 23, and 26 Wednesday with a 30% chance of showers. Different story for Timmins Cochrane campus casing somewhat. 40% chance of showers at 20. Here we go, 26 and 30 Sunday, Monday. Some cloud cover Tuesday, 29, and 60% chance of showers Wednesday at 29 degrees. So some steamy weather coming to the area. Temiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, risk of a thunderstorm by tomorrow. 40% chance of showers, 22 your high, so cooler weather, but that risk of rain. Sunday, Monday, sunny skies, 26, 29. Another 29-degree day on Tuesday. Wednesday, 60% chance of showers, also at 29. So for those of you wanting that warmer weather, humid weather, you're getting it. North Bay, West Nipissing, chance of showers, risk of a thunderstorm tomorrow, 23. Your expected high. Sunday, sun and cloud, 25. 27 Monday, mainly sunny. Tuesday, how about some cloud? 28. And Wednesday, sun and cloud, chance of showers, 60%. And your expected high around 28. So the temperatures ranging anywhere from like 22, 23 to 28, 29, 30. You're going to get your warm weather, Ian, but also that risk of rain. We got to get rid of that. But we also need some rain in the areas affected by forest fires. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Rick. The township of Bonfield received $380,000 today for repairs after major flooding last year. The same storm that damaged Samuel de Champlain Provincial Park last June also caused major damage to the community of Bonfield, including roads and other essential infrastructure. According to the nearest weather gauge, 87 millimeters of rain fell in a 2-hour period. The money comes from Ontario's Municipal Disaster Recovery Assistance Program, which reimburses communities for infrastructure repairs after natural disasters. Pride Week continues in Timmins, and they have a full slate of activities planned for this weekend. This year's theme is Allyship, Stand With Us, Allies in Action, which included a training seminar earlier in the day. Organizers say people will learn how to be a good ally, and if you show up with good intentions, you can't go wrong. There's also a rally being planned for tomorrow between 11 and 3 at Hollinger Park ahead of this year's march.
Pride is still political, so we like to say parade because that's fun. But really, we're marching for our rights and to ensure that it's not forgotten. And when people say, "Oh, why is it necessary?" Because it's still an issue. People are still, concerned about anything that's like, we're sharing the drag show, we're sharing the parade and rally, and people are still commenting negative comments. So it's important for us to still keep building that awareness and for folks to feel like they belong.
Fiat Timmins Pride is volunteer run. More information can be found on its Facebook page. Hopefully they get some good weather. Coming up on CTV News at 5, students in Cambrian College have a new heavy piece of equipment to learn on. Plus, several in the Gateway City roll up their sleeves to pull up a plane across the tarmac, and all for a great cause. Back in a moment. Pulling a plane for a good cause. Teams of 10 were at North Bay's Jack Garland Airport this morning for the annual United Way of Northeastern Ontario plane pull. CTV's Eric Tashner reports.
Putting their muscles to the test, Team IG Wealth didn't need to strain to move this 30,000-pound jet aircraft.
We have been strategizing to the best of our abilities on where to stagger, who to go at the front, who to go at the back.
Sizing up the competition is Voyager Aviation's Team Pull Hard method.
We were only 2 seconds off last year, which put us in the top 5. We're really hoping to do a little bit better in podium this year. Yeah, we've been joking around. We're all doing our workout sets at home each night.
The strategy is to work as a unit, hence the team building factor. Just pull as one and you'll be successful.
With all their might, 33 teams had their chance to grip tight, put their backs into it, and pull the twin-engine aircraft 100 feet across the finish line to see who bags the best time and bragging rights.
It really warms our heart because we get to give back where we live, work, and play. That's the key goal for us at Enbridge, for sure.
Team Enbridge was able to collect $8,000 for the plane pull, putting a dent in the United Way's goal of raising more than $40,000.
The community pull for something greater than themselves. We have a plethora of focus areas that we support. We support poverty to possibility, helping kids be all that they can be, and helping the community thrive.
All the money stays local and goes back into the nonprofit's community fund, supporting vital programs and community member agencies within the United Way.
And then we allocate those funds to programs and organizations and agencies throughout the community. We have quite a bit more funded partners this year. Some new ones are Big Brother, Big Sister, the City of North Bay, and E-Fry.
The plane pull has been going on for 8 straight years, with companies showing off their strength and might, raising money and giving back to their community. Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
Sudbury's Cambrian College has a new piece of heavy equipment to learn from. This week, mining giant Vale donating a scoop tram to the heavy equipment technician program. The program prepares students for a career in heavy equipment mechanics. The company also donated a battery electric Rokion vehicle to the college's Applied Research Division, which will use it for a variety of projects involving the adaptation of battery electric mining equipment. The donation is valued at around $60,000. A unique fundraiser today in Chelmsford in support of St. Gabriel's Villa Long-Term Care Home. For every test drive today at Belanger Ford Canada donated funds of up to $6,000 to the Villa, and Belanger is matching those contributions dollar for dollar. The local car dealership has had a long history of supporting the nonprofit, including donating the land the facility is built on. This year's drive for St. Gabe's Villa is raising money for the expansion of a music therapy program with a focus on the French language. The music therapy program supports patients living with dementia and Alzheimer's, sparking recognition and creating meaningful connections.
The funds are going to be used for music therapy for our residents at the home, which is going to be so instrumental in their healing, also in their overall wellness on an ongoing basis. It's a really important part of the care that we provide at St. Gabriel's Villa.
I really think it's really good for the soul for people that have dementia, Alzheimer's. It brings memory back to them, and it's a great cause.
The event was also a celebration of Belanger Ford's 55th anniversary, the 15th anniversary of St. Gabriel's Villa, and the 75th anniversary of the St. Joseph's Health Center. A Timmins couple is celebrating their 80th wedding anniversary today. Raymond and Teresa Taylor are 99 and 98 years young and still live in their own home. Their children threw them a party, and congratulatory wishes came from as far away as Vatican City. CTV's Lydia Chubak reports.
Raymond and Teresa Taylor arrived at their 80th wedding anniversary party in their 1948 Plymouth. The couple was then piped into the hall and were greeted by family and friends.
At first, my dad said, well, at 98 and 99, all our friends are gone. I said, oh, you've got lots of people who love you and care for you. There'll be lots of people to come. So he said, okay, let's do another party.
The Taylors were married on June 5th, 1946 in Timmins.
I don't know, it's like any other marriage except it's longer. That's about all I can say. It's been a good marriage. We have 7 kids. And I think it's 22 grandchildren. So it's been quite productive.
He was a good man. A good father and a real good husband. Good man. Get bad at him sometimes, but I'm the boss and he's the boss. There's 2 bosses.
Congratulatory certificates also arrived in time from numerous politicians, including letters from Pope Leo XIV and King Charles III.
That's pretty cool.
A clean, simple life filled with love and faith is what we always get, and what we feel from them as well all the time.
I just love the way they respect other people, and people should respect them because they've been I don't know, just they lead by example, and they're just wonderful, wonderful, genuine people.
Raymond worked 44 years driving a truck for Brewers Warehousing, and Teresa started off as a telephone operator and also sold Tupperware. They continue to live in their own home, which they built, and where they raised their family. All but one of their children still live in Timmins. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
Happy anniversary to the happy couple. When we return, we'll take a look at your community close up. You're watching First at 5. Time now for a look at our community close-up, and for that we begin in Larder Lake. That's where Dylan Aitchison managed to catch a mama bear and 2 of her cubs playing in the tree from yesterday's morning sunrise. What a magical moment. Thanks so much for sharing. Glad to see the wildlife back out and about. Definitely love that part of living here in the north. We head east to East Ferris next, where Mayor Rick Champagne managed to catch on film what he says is a handful. I would certainly say so. That is a lot of kids, or goslings in their case, to try and wrangle. Nice to see the whole family out and about enjoying that sunny day we had. Thanks, Mayor Rick. The final one comes from me. Today is a special day for my family. It's been about 10 years since my dad passed, but today would have been my parents' 50th wedding anniversary. These candid pics of them are from 50 years ago on a boat near Honey Harbor. I know my mom is busy today, keeping busy with her little grandson and out in the gardens, but happy anniversary and love to you both. Love that. If you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. Finally for us tonight, Rick and I had the pleasure of becoming volunteer servers today at a luncheon honoring seniors in French River. Organized by the Village des Aînés et des Amis de la Rivière des Français, representatives from the municipality, seniors groups, and UniV gathered at the Albin Community Center to honor the municipality seniors. 3 seniors, 1 from each community, were also honored for their efforts in giving back to French River. There was a hot meal of chicken, potatoes, and vegetables, desserts, and something they said was baseball but looked a little like cornhole. A lot of fun all around. Congratulations to everyone. And just a quick note to let you know about this Sunday. It marks the 80th anniversary of the founding of the Republic of Italy. If you're in Sudbury, Caruso Club is putting together a big event to celebrate Italian Heritage Month. It runs Sunday on Hague Street from 11 to 4. Should be another fun time. There's more news for the North coming up at 6. But for now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.